Open the studio.max sample file. It contains a simple scene that will help you to understand reflection. I'll be discussing 4 different techniques for mapping reflection. I'll begin with the simplest type, which is using a bitmap to fake reflection on a shiny object. Change this viewport to active shade if you're using Max, and make test renders if you're using Viz. Take a look at the hemisphere. We can tell that it's shiny because of the specular highlight that appears, but that's not really simulating reflection. It's just giving us the idea that it's shiny. Open the material editor and use the sphere material, which is the only one that's hot in the editor. The specular highlights area is giving us this sense of it being shiny. But if we want to take this material to the next level, we need to map the reflection component. Open the Maps rollout and click the Reflection Components None button. Use a bitmap and select a stock photo. The photo might be a landscape image, such as this lake picture, or it might be a grayscale image that has some variation, like this one. It's not too important what image you select here because we won't be perceiving very much of that image. When you map a bitmap into the reflection component, it automatically gets environment coordinates, and it's using a spherical environment by default. This is fine. However, you do need to change the size. We don't want this bitmap to tile in this case, so I'll set the size at 1 inch in width and in height. You can see from the sample object that the landscape image is wrapping around the sphere. And that's what's happening here on this sphere, although this technique would work for any shaped object. We're seeing some of the landscape image reflected in the surface of this object. However, the reflection is like a mirror at this point. It's completely reflective. Go up to the parent and tone down the reflection by decreasing the amount. Set it at 25%, and that will look a little better. So this is definitely an improvement over the specular area that we had before. Now we're seeing some detail in the reflection.